Good afternoon, everybody. Going to go over our Forex trades for today, Thursday, February 25th. Busy day and night. We had 5 trades. 2 of them were correlations, so there's 4 right there, and then 1 swing trade, which we'll go over in a minute. Just touch base on economic news from this morning. Initial jobless claims came in actually a little higher than expected. It was pretty close to being in line, so not big news there. Although they are still hovering. The government is telling us the initial jobless claims are hovering near 42-year lows. So the government wants us to believe that the services and manufacturing sector are both officially in a recession. They want us to believe that the job market is the strongest it's been in the past 42 years. I mean, it's absolutely absurd what's going on. Durable goods came in better than expected. If you back out transportation, which is really the durable goods orders you need to look at, it came in much better than expected. Unfortunately, that number is skewed by military and defense spending, which surged 85%. CapEx shipments continue to be a drag, so not a very good sign, although the headline looks fantastic. Kansas City Fed survey crashed to 7-year lows. Also another bad sign for the economy. So let's get to the trades. First one's a correlation between Aussie Swiss franc to Kiwi Swiss franc, the New Zealand currency. So Aussie Swiss franc, we were short this from 0.71284, covered 0.70975, picking up 30.9 pips. Adjusted for size, 6.1, as we had 20% of our normal size there, or a scalp size. Kiwi Swiss franc, which was the other side of the correlation, we were long from 0.65790. Picked up a few pips there, sold at 0.65867 for 7.7 pips, or adjusted for size, 1.5, as again, we had 20% of our normal size. Moving on to the next correlation, it was a US dollar, Canadian dollar correlated with the euro to the Canadian dollar, or the loonie, as the Canadians like to call it. So if we go to the US dollar, Canadian dollar, we were short this 1.37946. We covered 1.37144 for 80.2 pips, or adjusted for size, 16. Again, 20% of our normal size. Now, Euro Canadian dollar, we had 15% of our normal size because Euro Canadian is more volatile than the dollar Canadian. So with that said, we were long from 1.52035. We sold 1.51172 for a loss of 86.3 pips. But again, we had 15% of our normal size because it's more volatile than US dollar Canadian dollar. So therefore, it came out to a loss of equivalent of 13 pips. So that ended up, that correlation netted us a profit of 3 pips, while the first correlation we went over netted us a profit of about 7.6 pips. Moving on to a swing, or swing/scalp, however you want to treat it. It wasn't a pure scalp, as we were risking more than 30 pips, but we were long from 112.418 on US dollar Canadian dollar. As this thing was spiking last night, just before we were shutting things down for the evening, we took advantage just to get out, grabbed sold at 112.556 for 13.8 pips. We had 30% of our normal size here because of the amount of pips that we were risking. Size adjusted, 4.1 pips. The biggest reason we got out on this spike, we were really targeting 113 area, call it about 112.90, and you can see here it ran up to about 112.94, 95 area. That's where we were targeting it, and it did do it this morning. But we wanted to be out before the durable good orders, which were coming out at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can see what it did here overnight. It pulled in. We were risking more than this, so we wouldn't have been stopped out if you were still in it. And if you held through that durable good orders, it paid out handsomely for you. It would have went to at least our target of 112.90 to 112.95 area, just ahead of that 113, because it's a big psychological area where a lot of people will place their sell orders right at the figure of 113. So that was the primary reason why we got out. a little. If there were no durable good orders, we would have held it overnight. But who knows what would have happened without news? You know, would it have rallied this much? Would it have stalled out? Who knows? That's an unknown. So we took advantage of the move last night and booked the profits for a size adjusted 4.1. So that's it. We're going to wrap it up. If any signals come out, they'll be coming your way. If you're still trading now, good luck. And we'll be back tomorrow, assuming we get action tonight or tomorrow morning. Have a great rest of your day.